The biblical knowledge of gravity, a proof of God. The Bible said this. Job 38:31. Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? Sweet influences in Hebrew is mardana, which means bond, that is a group, meaning Pleiades is a group in a bond, and that it is bound. It's saying that Pleiades as a constellation is bound as a group having a bond, and Orion, specifically Orion's belt, is loose, so Orion's belt isn't bound. This bond could only be gravity. Is this reality? Yes, Pleiades is gravitationally bound, a bond through gravity, so the Bible here implied gravity, or in Hebrew is mardana, a bond of a group. Let's read an excerpt. Quote, as it turns out, the Pleiades, also known as the Seven Sisters, is an open star cluster in the constellation of Taurus. It is classified as an open cluster because it is a group of hundreds of stars formed from the same cosmic cloud. They are approximately the same age and have roughly the same chemical composition. Most importantly, they are bound to one another by mutual gravitational attraction. End of quote. How about Orion's loose bands? Yes, it will be a scientific reality as predicted by a scientist. Let's read. Garrett P. Serviss, a noted astronomer, wrote about the bands of Orion in his book, Curiosities of the Sky. Quote, the great figure of Orion appears to be more lasting, not because its stars are physically connected, but because of their great distance, which renders their movements too deliberate to be exactly ascertained. Two of the greatest of its stars, Betelgeuse and Rigel, possess, as far as has been ascertained, no perceptible motion across the line of sight, but there is a little movement perceptible in the belt. At the present time this consists of an almost perfect straight line, a row of second magnitude stars about equally spaced and of the most striking beauty. In the course of time, however, the two right-hand stars, Mintakar and Alnilam, will approach each other and form a naked eye double, but the third, Alnitar, will drift away eastward, so that the belt will no longer exist. End of quote. Bands of Orion in Hebrew. Transliteration, Mosheka. Definition, active participle feminine of H 4900, something, drawing, that, is, figuratively, a cord, band. So bands of Orion is a cord, this could only be Orion's belt. So this belt will be loose, and that as the Bible said, and so did science through that particular astronomer. First off, the Bible knew about extraterrestrial bonds of stars like that of Pleiades, which obviously is gravity, so having this, it is an advanced knowledge as it predated scientific discovery. And secondly, the Bible ascertained a loose Orion's belt, which is a future reality as predicted by science, so obviously, advanced knowledge. My proof of God.